What are the different types of TikTok ads?
Essentially, there is two different types of ads. There is a GMV max ad and there is a custom shop ad. What is the difference between the two and the things you should know before doing either? So one essentially is an auto campaign on steroid, which basically shows all of your product. The other one is a custom shop ad. Now,
All right, we are live again with Eric, and today we're going to talk about TikTok ad. First of all, thank you, Eric. Thank you for your time.
absolutely.
Great. So I have a few questions for you. Let's jump right in. My first question is, what are the different types of TikTok ad and how do they work?
Absolutely. So essentially, there is two different types of ads. There is a GMV max ad and there is a custom shop ad. What is the difference between the two and the things you should know before doing either? So one essentially is an auto campaign on steroid, which basically shows all of your product, shows your product cards and all the videos that have been created through your affiliate on TikTok. Now,
GMV max
ad.
Okay.
Yeah. The other one is a custom shop ad. Now, custom shop ad, you definitely have a lot more different types of ads you can do within it. Also, the ability to push single videos and different things. The caveat, the thing you need to be worried about or concerned about is, or be knowledgeable of, is that you can't advertise with a GMV max ad and a custom shop ad on the same product. So if you were doing a GMV max ad on a product, you wouldn't be able to do a custom shop ad. So you kind of need to pick either or. Now, the problem is that when you're starting to do affiliate videos, first thing you need to know is, does it convert, right? And so the best thing to do is to, in my opinion, to do the GMV max ad, because it essentially goes through everything and it surveys the videos and it gives you good data so that at some point when you have enough videos in your arsenal, you can then hit them with the custom shop ads.
You said enough videos. So how many videos promoting a single product would be enough to start running the GMV max ads?
Yeah, so I typically do 40 to 50. However, sometimes there are some things that happen. For example, like you start to get organic sales, you start to get GMV immediately. This typically happens with larger brands that already have brand awareness and people are already eager and excited to work with the brand, and the customers are excited to buy the products from the brand. So that typically happens with bigger brands, but normally about 40 to 50 videos is when I like to start getting data.
Interesting. I've never seen anything like this. I know Google has something similar, but so let's say I give my product to 50 creators. I get 50 videos from them, right? Is the creators videos, or I have to produce the videos myself for the GMV max?
Okay, well, so that's a good question. So there's two different types of videos. There is the branded videos, which you post on your branded account, which is typically done by having a team or purchasing UGC from a creator that you essentially then repost on your channel. That is one way. The other way is doing affiliate videos. Now, the GMV max ad I think is fantastic. I think it works great with the affiliate videos. Typically, if you look at the metrics and the analytics of most brands, you'll see that 80 to 90% of the sales for most brands come from affiliate videos. And so that is definitely what I recommend.
Okay, yeah, because people trust other people talking about products as opposed to the brand promoting their product.
Absolutely. Whenever you're in a situation when you're watching a video that you know a brand paid somebody, gave them a script, it kind of people are kind of getting a little bit distrusting. So people want to see real results. They want to see, like, if it has a flimsy something and it breaks, like you'll be able to know when somebody's actually using the product, or if the product doesn't work, or if it's greasy, or if it has any issues. So honestly, you kind of have to you have to believe in your product to send it out to hundreds of creators to let them use it and to kind of give their experience in real time. And if you do, then what you're going to see is great results showing in real time to people that are looking for honest reviews. So I think it's fantastic. It's authentic.
Yeah. There's nothing like it out there. Okay, so you have, let's say, 50 creative videos and you give a budget to TikTok, let's say $100 a day, and they'll use this budget to promote all videos. or how do they decide what video to promote?
So the way that the GMV max ad is set up is it's based on two different settings. One of them is a max, and the other one is a target ROAS. So the target ROAS basically it gives impressions to people that it believes that it can convert at a ROAS to what you set it to, and it also give you a recommended one as well as spend as well. That is a good way to go to make sure that you're hitting certain profitability points. However, let's say you will have a product and you just want to push it. Well, that would be using the max option, meaning you're going to spend whatever amount of money you allocate to that campaign, and it's going to hit it regardless of ROAS. So you have two different options depending upon your strategy.
Okay, good. Now, I remember you were running a campaign last we talked, promoting a product, $20 product, and it was costing $4 per acquisition or per sale, right, not even counting the spillover to Amazon. So it was incredibly successful campaign. How hard is it to set it up? I know you have quite a bit of experience on TikTok Shop and TikTok ads. Does it take months and months of experience, or how easy it is to set up GMV max ad?
Well, setting up an advertising campaign on TikTok is relatively simple. Definitely not as complex as Google, and maybe a little bit easier than Amazon, but still there's a few settings in there and there's a few things to be aware of. But most importantly, I'm a big believer that the success of a product lies in the detail page. And so the marketing formula, in my opinion, is traffic, conversion, scale. So you turn on the advertising to start getting some data points. And so as soon as you start to get some data, you'll be able to see what your cost per acquisition is your detail page converting, because at the end of the day, advertising is just people coming into the store. It does not guarantee sales. The listing is what guarantees sales. So you need to essentially, once you get the data coming in, you then optimize the listing to get it to where the cost per acquisition gets to a profitable point. And once you get it to that point, the next thing is scaling. So that is what we do. Because first, when we started that campaign, the cost per acquisition was about $24. So getting it to $4 was music to my ears.
Okay, that's genius. So if I understand correctly, running the GMV max ads is not rocket science, but you have to have all the pieces in place, like a good listing, obviously work with good creators who are going to create good videos that are going to convert, and have the right product, right pricing, etc., to make this a successful. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, first thing to remember when giving out samples and creators, it's important that they are in your industry, that they're in your space. So if it's an exercise product, if it's like an electrolyte, you probably want people who work out, that do something that is physical, things like that. You also want to make sure that you look at the metrics of the creator. You want to look at the post rate. You want to look at the engagement, the GMV. You want to make sure that it is a good fit. Otherwise, you are irresponsibly giving out products and costing the brand money. So building your team of creators it requires some finesse and some intelligence and some responsibility.
Good. Last question on this, and then I have a few questions about the other type of ads, the Spark ads. So when you work with creators, you offer them 10, 20, 30% commission, whatever it is. Now, when you're grabbing those videos to run GMV max ads, does the creator get a commission or only on the Spark ads?
Yes, they get a commission. So anytime that they make a sale on their video, they get a commission, and the commission is in the back end and it's set by the brand. So I typically recommend a 15%. If it's an expensive product, maybe going down to 10%. The reason being is because you only have two levers that you can typically pull with a creator, and one of them is commission and the other one is financial incentive. So you definitely want to make sure that you don't give away the farm immediately. You kind of want to make sure that you build your ambassadors and you create your community, and the ones that have earned it, you keep that option available for them.
Okay, beautiful. So now, what's the difference between GMV Max and Spark Ads? Let's talk about Spark Ads a little bit.
So Spark Ad is something that you get from the creator when they make a video. This allows you to do a custom shop ad. So if you have, that's one thing that makes TikTok is incredible, is because you have that one video that is converting and it is doing well. Where you're creating, let's say you're creating 200 to 300 videos a month. Well, fast forward a year, you could be at 3,000 videos. Well, let's say you have 30 to 50 videos for this one product that are just absolutely going insane. Well, you can take those Spark codes and you can literally just push advertising to those 30 videos videos and skip, and it basically directs your spend towards the highest converting videos instead of doing any sort of auto campaign. It literally is because you know what's working, and so you can just dial it in.
Okay, but now when you do Spark ads, you're putting money on one specific video at a time, right? You're picking.
Yeah, you're basically picking a video that you're directing your ad spend towards. Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. How do you measure results?
In my opinion, the metric that I like is cost per acquisition, because to me that is the bar that equals profitability, sustainability, and growth. Because in my opinion, e-commerce is a marathon, not a sprint. So we could spend 100 grand in the first month, but we probably won't be around in 90 days. So I like to put together a marketing strategy that is viable, sustainable, and long-term growth, which is, to me, is cost per acquisition. So I like cost per acquisition, and I like to see top line growth and traction. Now, keep in mind, once you get one product going, well, it's very likely that you might have another product. And the one thing that I like about the GMV Max ad is it gives you information about the other products. So for example, let's say you had a red product that was selling well, and next thing you know, you're starting to get sales on the blue product. Well, the blue product might be a good idea to start getting some samples on that product, because the customers are telling you that this product has potential. So you can now include this into your marketing arsenal and start to build the videos for that product as well.
Okay, genius. One last question. What is the biggest mistakes TikTok shop people make when they're trying to run ads, either GMV Max or Spark ads?
In my opinion, I believe that starting with custom shop ads too early sometimes can lead to a tremendous amount of waste. So for example, you go get 10 videos made, you think they're fantastic, you like them, and you advertise them, you spend $10,000 and they didn't convert. Well, they're untested videos. Just because you like them doesn't necessarily mean that they will like them. And so it's important that you're testing it in the market. So I highly recommend starting with a auto campaign that has some sort of levers to maintain your profitability and getting some data, because it's very possible that you might need to optimize your listing before you push your advertising. So for me, it's the same as Amazon. I'm not going to spend $10,000 in ad spend if it's not converting. So I highly recommend starting with the GMV Max ad to get the data points and then optimize it so that it's converting and your cost per acquisition is going down, and then you scale it. And once you have 50 videos that are just crushing it, then custom shop ads, in my opinion, is a viable option.
Beautiful. How many sales and reviews do you think it should reflect before you start spending money on ads?
Well, the review rate on TikTok, I believe, is greater than Amazon. I think Amazon's like 2%. I think the review aggregation comes through pretty fast, and I think people are eager to leave reviews. I see them populating very quickly. One thing that I do know is that they aggregate all the reviews together, and it kind of shows you have on the shop side. However, they are different on the product side. It's entirely up to you.
So if you have 20 reviews, would that be good enough? If you have 20
what I would recommend is there's two options. One, you use Celico and you use their service that helps you get reviews, which is one option. The second option is there's a way to syndicate reviews from Shopify. That is another one, but that one works 10% of the time. But one of those two options, I mean, social proof typically increases conversion. I would say though, people buy what they see, and people like results. So if you have a product that does something, and so this day and age, it's show me, don't tell me, and TikTok is perfect for that because it's in a video format. So if they show you the benefit of the product, like they might not even need to see the review, because that in itself is a review. And what happens is I believe that people are building relationships with certain influencers and certain creators, and people are making decisions on what they're purchasing based on what they're seeing on there, and then they're coming to Amazon and purchasing the product. So honestly, if it doesn't require that many reviews, but if you need them, Shopify Celico is a good option, or syndicating them works 10% of the time.
Perfect. Thank you. If you guys have any other questions, you can just post it on the comments and we'll either respond you or we'll create a video on that subject. If you want to book a meeting, you can go to bullseyesellers.com, book a call. You can say on the notes that you want to meet with Eric personally, so we can make sure we have him on the call with you. Eric, thank you very much.
You're welcome.